I'm just taking a minute here to show how the solar panels, you see there's 4 different ways they're deployed. One of them has a support rod at each of the grommets, so that really keeps them stable. You can see how they're supported. Another is to have only a single fold exposed on one side and 2 folds exposed on the other side, and this is our sailing configuration because it keeps it narrow inside the Traveler, giving me full space to get up and move next to it. And on the other side, it's the same as what I hear on the right side, but instead of supporting these 2 middle ones with the crossbars, I'm just supporting the ends, and because that would make a really much simpler design if this were actually productized, and it actually works just fine. I've rarely used that crossbar now, and it's kind of nice because you don't even have to slide anything to try to get them repositioned between those 2 sizes. So really what I do instead of worrying about the crossbar is if it gets windy, I just fold it down and push the door in. These EcoFlow 160s are the best for this application because each of the folds is in parallel, and so you end up with effectively, with my setup, with 4 folding panels, you end up with 16 parallel 40-watt panels. They're an older tech, they're 5BB, so they're only about 75 to 80% efficient, which is, it's probably because of how many layers, but anyway, you know, I compare them to my Lensun panel up here, which is about 90% efficient. It's only 120 watts, so this 120 watt usually performs on par with the 80s. But this is a 9BB. And it also, I think this Lensun one has less issues with localized heating. I haven't used it as long, but you can see all of the EcoFlows have some level of localized heating damage. Just delamination for the most part, but you can see like discoloration, yellow, red. I'm not too worried about it. You know, these panels are raised, so if they were to even catch fire, it wouldn't hopefully burn out pretty quick and wouldn't cause a real problem. Here you can see even a red burn. Look over there, the red burn. So this is done because of all the shading on the sailboat. You see the boom, stack pack, huge amount of shade, all these shrouds, forestay, furled sail on it, backstay. You just have all these shading sources on a sailboat. You can see how that boom is causing shading to constantly move across. Now these are also 5BB, but they're Lensun, and they have not shown any delamination. So I really think it's just kind of a flaw in the design of the EcoFlows, that there's so much burns and delamination. Now maybe it's because of the parallel wiring, maybe it's because the wiring was too small inside the panels, just no idea. But they still perform well even with all the damage, and I'm very happy to have them. They make a huge difference in the overall amount of energy we generate. Yeah, they're really easy to, maintenance is nothing, you just rinse them with water. So hopefully, if I ever need to do another project like this, I could find an equivalent panel.